Hey guys, it's Miss Cranford. We are gonna go through another one of our projects. This one's called the Sleepy Self-Portrait. Now, there's gonna be a lot of information here, especially when it comes to self-portraits. So I want you to listen closely because since you can see my face, I can give you a little bit more guidance than when I turn the camera down so that you can see my paper. So first of all, I want you to look at my face. A lot of times when boys and girls go to draw their eyes, they want to put their eyes up here. And you can see I don't have any eyes up there. My eyes are right here, which is almost in the middle of my face. So like if you see right here is kind of the middle, up just a smidge are where my eyeballs are. Okay? And so when you go to draw your eyes we pretty much draw in the middle of your face. And then we do your nose under that and then your mouth under that. So I want you to kind of think about that. You can also look at your neighbor. Just for a quick reference to see their eyes are not up here. Their eyes are actually down here. Also, if you look, sometimes boys and girls want to draw their hair from the top of their head. Now, we don't have any old bald men in here, okay? And so that means our hair doesn't start growing from right here. It actually starts growing down a little bit further. And so you'll see when I go to draw my hair in a minute that I don't draw it from up here on top of my head because it doesn't start growing there. It actually starts growing right here. So, we are going to start by first drawing our head. Now, your teacher is going to give you some slips of paper to pick from to draw your skin color. And what I want you to kind of keep in mind when you're picking your skin color is, first of all, these are not perfect colors, okay? I mean, skin colors are one of those things we could come up with 1,000 and we might have everyone's skin color. So you want to just pick something that's close. And the best way I would suggest is just to kind of hold it up to your hand. Honestly, this one's probably a little bit too tan for me. My skin's a little bit more pinky, but that's okay. And so when you go to draw yours, you don't want to put it up here because we got to draw hair on our head. And so you're going to sort of put it in the middle of your paper. You're going to use your stencil and just carefully draw your head here. Okay, so there's your head, and that's your neck. And I know that's a little bit hard, so I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see. I'm going to outline this now. I don't want you to outline it, but I'm outlining it just so that you can see the tutorial here. Okay? So hopefully that helps just a little bit. So now you are going to take one of these little facial expression sheets and you're going to draw your eyes and your nose and your eyebrows and your mouth. Okay? So we're going to start with our eyes. So remember that I told you to find the middle of your head. So I want you to take your pencil and put it in the middle of your head, and that's where you're going to draw your eyes. So everybody's eyes are going to look like this. That's the only one where I don't have you choose anything. So you're just going to make a curved line, and especially when we're drawing self-portraits, we want to make sure that we're working slowly, we're working neatly, because it's going to be really obvious if you do something you're like, oh, I don't like that, and you make a big eraser mark. You're just going to really be able to tell it, okay? So just work slowly, work lightly with your pencil. Yours should not be as dark as mine. Remember, I'm making it dark so that you can see it, okay? So you're going to do your eyes, then you're going to pick your nose. This is the harder nose. This is the easier nose. I'm going to do the easier nose just for time's sake. So you're going to put your nose right here, and then you're going to do your mouth, so you can do that you're having a funny dream, you're having a happy dream, or maybe you're just in deep sleep. Okay, so I'm going to give myself happy dream. So I'm going to make my smile, and that's it. I'm not adding lips, I'm not adding teeth, I'm not adding anything else. Ooh, and I do need to draw my eyebrows. I forgot about those. So you're either going to draw this set of eyebrows or this set of eyebrows. And if you look at your eyebrows, you'll see that the part here towards the inside is thicker, and then as they go out, they get thinner. And so the way I do that is I just try to take and very lightly draw a line, kind of like the shape that I want my eyebrows to be, and then I slowly just make it thicker towards the end, and then I don't mess with it as much towards the this part of the line because I don't want them to be really thick. I don't want to have super bushy eyebrows. Maybe you do have bushy eyebrows, so if you do, make them thick. Okay, so there is my face. Oh, don't I look so happy? So the next thing that you're going to do is your hair, and hair is another tricky thing about self-portraits because everybody's hair is a little bit different. Now, if you have blonde hair, you are going to use a yellow colored pencil for that. My hair is kind of a reddish brown, so I'm really going to use probably 2 or 3 different colored pencils because no one's hair is the same color. Really, I should use more than 2 or 3, but this is a second grade project, so we're going to stick with 2 or 3, okay? So when you go to draw hair, you need to think about, first of all, is your hair straight, wavy, or curly? If it's curly, I'm just going to come out here to the side and show you. You're going to make wavy lines for your hair, okay, if it's curly. If your hair is wavy, you're going to make just barely curvy lines, and then if your hair is straight, you're going to make straight lines. Because pretty much your hair is like tons and tons and tons of tiny little lines, okay? Now, my hair is stick straight. I always wanted curly hair, but I've got yet to find that curly hair. And so I'm going to kind of find my part right here. And so I'm going to draw my lines down, and your part is just where your hair naturally divides. Now, if you're a boy that has short hair, okay, you probably don't have a part, and I'm going to show you how to do boy hair in just a minute. But if you're a boy that has longer hair, if you're a girl, you probably have a part, and your teacher can talk to you a little bit more about kind of finding where your part may be. And so all I'm going to do is draw my lines. Okay, and one thing I find that sometimes boys and girls have a habit of doing is that they make their hair real poofy out here. Unless you have really poofy hair and your hair is actually going out there, we don't want our hair to be like, okay, coming like a explosion from our head, okay? We just want it to look natural. And one other thing is that if you have colored your hair or dyed your hair, we're just doing our natural hair color. We're not adding any, green or blue or anything like that. So there is my hair. Now, if you're a boy, and I'm just going to draw a head here really quickly so that you can see. Okay, here is a boy head, excuse me. And so let's say that I was going to draw hair on him. So let's say I was going to draw straight hair. I'm just going to draw some straight tiny lines. And if you are a boy with short hair, you also have to draw your ears, which is sort of like the letter C. And so here's my ears. And I'm going to do those little lines kind of going straight up. And really, you just want to look at your hair. Maybe you don't have super straight or short hair if you're a boy. Maybe you've kind of got some bangs, or maybe it swoops over. Well, then that's what you're going to draw. You're going to draw how your hair actually looks. Most boys though are not going to have hair that comes below their ears, so we don't want to do that, but we can still add more if we have more hair. So there's a boy hair, and I'm going to draw one last one that if you are a girl that has braids, okay, not that you want to have braids, but that you actually wear braids in your hair frequently. Okay, and so what you would do for that is you're going to kind of make tiny little like loopy kind of swirly lines. Okay, and so there's a braid, and you might add some more braids. Okay, and so that's what you're going to do if you're somebody that you wear your hair in braids a lot. Okay, and some girls do. So if that's you, you might want to draw your hair like this. Okay, so there's some braids. So now let's go back to this. After you get done with your hair and everything like that, you're going to take a black colored pencil and you are going to go over your facial features just like that. And once again, when we're tracing something, we want to be very careful because we put a lot of hard work into making our face look really nice, and we don't want to just be sloppy and mess it up. Now, when I'm drawing the rest of my neck,